Again, full disclosure, folks, we're Bluffton High School grads.
We are.
So technically our rivals are coming up.
Yeah.
Now, this has nothing to do with being, but I'm sorry, why do they dress like they're just leaving the Death Star from Star Wars?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, folks, they're incredible. Don't get me wrong. These kids are talented.
Well, I think it's a phone call to Jim Beater tomorrow in Bluffton to find out the history of the uniform.
Well, Jim Beater's not with Norwell Knights.
No. We'll issue call Bluffton.
There we go.
Yeah.
Corey Kelly, I believe, is the new band.
Okay.
This is his second year, and yeah, I mean, again, not making fun of you. Well, I'm making fun of your uniforms. Come on, guys. Yeah, I really expect our fader to be following you on. But the Norwell Knights. Biggest school in the district.
Yes. Very, very talented marching.
Indeed, it is.
Very strong history too.
Yeah, that's true. Though they are perhaps the newest school in the county. I mean, they're 40-some, 50-some years old, but still.
It amazes me the talent to be able to walk like this, play an instrument, and on the field compete, move in so many ways.
Exactly. It is incredible.
It is incredible.
It is incredible. And not to laugh at the fuzzy feathers on your head. I mean, that's got to be the toughest.
Yeah, we can't forget the color guard coming up behind.
Doing a traditional Native American dance, no doubt. Now, do you think the one in the center there just kind of forgot to get the memo about the look, or
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have iPads maybe next year, so it'll be easier to get messages.
Yeah, they're gonna actually the October 1st board meeting. The school board's gonna consider it.
Okay.
Okay, now this is an organization I've not heard of. Do you know anything?
I don't. Team
Tata-tastics?
Tata-tastics.
Breast cancer awareness.
Yes. Coming up behind them is quite a group. We've got the Wells County Boy Scouts.
There you go. Now they do a lot of parking.
They do lots of parking.
Were you ever in the Boy Scouts?
I was.
You were?
I made it through Weeblo, and then I kind of changed interest, and I didn't go beyond the Weeblo stage.
Wait, what is the Weeblo?
Weeblo is as you're making your way up to the Boy Scout rank. It's a step on the way on the chain up the ladder, and yeah. So I made it that far, but then as one of the regrets, I wish I would have stayed with it. I wish I would have gone the distance.
So when we're lost in the wilderness, you can kill something for us, so we'll survive.
I don't think I made it to that class.
Oh, so that wasn't in Weeblo. What about building a fire?
Perhaps.
Okay, so chances are we're going to die.
Pretty much so, yeah.
Well, way to go, Captain Weeblo.
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks a lot. Okay, we're checking our cheat sheet.
This is Tracy Markley coming up with the Colt Mobile.
Colt Mobile, maybe?
Oh, yeah, there we go, the Colt Mobile.
Now, there's an officer with the Bluffton Police Department who handles bats. You know, if there's ever a bat in the house.
Right.
I don't know who it is, but I wonder if he's called Batman. Would he drive with his squad car be called the Batmobile?
That would be very
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be very cool.
And Bi County just walked by.
Up. Yeah, here comes the Bi County Services.
Bi County Services.
And coming up on the float as well.
Yep.
Showing a lot of street fair spirit tonight.
Indeed, I feel sorry for them. Yep, Bi County Services with their Dancing with the Stars float. That is the theme this year.
Lots of street fair spirit.
Indeed. All right, Mr. Street Fair Buff.
Yeah.
A little Street Fair trivia. So Dancing with the Stars this year, theme. While we are waiting for the K-Zoo, Fort Wayne Children's Zoo, to drive by us now, what was the theme in 1987?
1987, I was 7 years old.
Were you a Weeblo?
I don't think so yet. No.
Okay, no, not yet.
What was the theme in 1987?
That theme was Celebrate Our Freedoms.
Celebrate Our Freedoms.
Yeah, Celebrate Our Freedoms. Ironically enough, you can't really be free to drive through downtown Bluffton during the street fair.
But that's okay. Street fair takes us all back to times when life was simpler. We forget about those.
Yeah, when you could spend money without ever worrying about where it came from.
State Senator Travis Holdman coming up, who is in the process of working on some new laws about football safety, right?
You know what? I'm not paid too much attention.
He's in the process of working on getting some training for coaches as a mandatory part of being able to be a football coach. Yes, to try to make it safer and dealing with concussions and things like that.
Okay, I knew
very
that's
timely,
been a concern.
Right?
Yes,
very
I knew that's been a concern. Ralph Garcia, the local GOP chairman.
And followed by the Wells County Republicans, right?
Even more Republicans. Yep. I'm not sure if you can, run for office before you can vote, but
Yeah.
just,
Again, visionaries.
yes, exactly.
Very
Good
visionary
point.
group.
Good. That's a good point. I'm sure the Democrats are too, folks.
Oh, very much so.
We're being politically impartial here.
We're calling it as we see it.
Yeah.
Speaking of superheroes from earlier,
Wow.
Batman, we changed from Batman to
I have no idea, but Anytime Fitness Man.
Anytime Fitness Man. Yeah, he's definitely in shape.
He is in shape.
I think he could probably snap both of us like a twig.
I would say so. He probably went beyond Weeblo.
I'm sure that he did.
He did. So Anytime Fitness, that is located by the subway, is it not?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, we're not sure. Okay, now how far did you get in the Girl Scouts?
Well, my sister Lindsay was very involved with them, and yes, she was. I made it about as far as 30 or 40 boxes of cookies, I'm sure.
Oh, that's impressive. That is
Consuming the
impressive.
cookies, that is.
Now the Girl Scouts are a very innocent group, and that's great. But Street Fair wasn't always quite what we think of it as this innocent place. They had some interesting things. We'll talk about that more later. But yeah, so Street Fair wasn't always exactly all Girl Scouts and Weeblos.
Yes.
Let's see. It says, according to our cheat sheet, is farm credit, but I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So we'll say it's farm credit.
Yeah.
All right. Now, who do you think this is?
Or we still have the Girl Scouts. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe we're still in the Girl Scouts. We might be.
Dancing with the Stars.
Well, that's the theme, though. No, because farm credit's coming up. So
Yeah.
these are more Girl Scouts.
Maybe more the Girl Scouts.
It's kind of frightening. They could probably take over the world if they wanted to. Look at those numbers.
There are a lot more Girl Scouts than Boy Scouts
There
up here.
are.
At least in the parade tonight.
Well, that's because people kept dropping out of Weeblo.
Like me, I know.
Yeah.
I still regret that.
Thanks
to
a
this
lot.
day.
When the Girl Scouts take over the world, it's your fault.
It's my fault.
Farm credit.
Farm credit coming up next.
Now, while they're stopping, we were talking about some of the different aspects of Street Fair.
Take us back to the 30s and 40s
The
and
30s
50s.
and 40s. Well, just again, this is from the book, The Big Fair. Some of the things they had and these are sideshows and tracks. They had like Monkey Girl, Okoloni, and I apologize to whoever that is if I mispronounce your name. He was a snake charmer. Albino Pygmies, Francisco, the three-legged man, and Mr. George Butterworth, who weighed in at 410 pounds. Which, if you think about it, isn't that impressive, because it all takes about 2 days of Street Fair food to get you that point.
Street Fair delicacies.
Street Fair delicacies, there you
That's
go.
right. And it's okay. During the 5 days, calories don't count.
There you go. Gluttony, the one sin allowed during Street Fair.